ever there is one driver which can propel our country to full-scale developed status, then it is through quality skills training.
SDF is here to support businesses to train their staff.
I've learned new ways of chemical application.
The requisite technical expertise to add value to diamond. PETAG have been struggling to keep pace with the rather swift technological advancement.
On
that front, Codvet, through a skills development fund, is spearheading that agenda.
All that we're trying to do is to build a very solid human capital base.
So please make a date with me, Albert Ankra, this and every Wednesday at 8 o'clock on GTV.
SDF is an initiative of the government of Ghana with support from the World Bank and Danida.
Hello lovely viewers, and welcome to your ever interesting and educative TV program SDF Diaries. My name is Albert Ankra and I warmly welcome you to this week's edition. This week's edition promises to be exciting, and this is because we're reporting today from the SDF Skills and Technology Fair. This program has purposely been organized to open up SDF to you once again. Skills Development Fund has taken another giant stride today to open up its doors to the general public. Today, we're going to be finding out from beneficiaries of Skills Development Fund what the fund has particularly done for them. We're also going to be talking to policy makers today, including the Minister of Education. We're going to be trying to find out from her what government's strategy or intervention has been with regards to the Skills Development Fund. We'll also be talking to the beneficiaries from here, looking at their stance and what the fund has done for them. We'll also be talking to the general public and get their views on what they think about the Skills Development Fund. Today promises to be very exciting. Welcome to SDF Diaries.
SDF has since July 2011 approved about 39 million Ghana cedis worth of grants to over 200 small, medium and large-scale enterprises, science, technology and training institutions in Ghana in support of skills upgrading and innovative and new technology acquisition initiatives for economic development in the private sector. Codvet, the implementing body of the fund, in its quest to showcase some of the outcomes of what the fund has been used for, organized a skills and technology fair at the Ghana International Trade Fair Center. That occasion was graced by the presence of the Honorable Minister of Education.
To enhance skills and to provide opportunities to translate the skills into practical outcomes. We know there are so many of our children and our people, choose our children, of our people who have training in skills, and sometimes they lack the support maybe to set up their own industries or to expand the industries that they have. So the Skills Development Fund comes in to fill that particular gap, and I'm very happy about this because it is offering all of us hope. Every so often we get very worried, what's education doing to ensure that the person comes out of school and has skills? It does some of that. It also does some of polishing that skill and directing it and focusing that skill. And that is also part of the aim of this particular fund. The fund is located at the Codvet, that's the Council for Technical and Vocational Training in this country. And it is the fund management unit that manages the fund. Applicants will write applications, they will write proposals, they'll be studied, their premises will be inspected, and all of these strategies are implemented in order to award the amounts of money. And we also follow, even after the monies have been given, to what use are they being put, what did the proposal say it was going to do, is it staying on course, is it deviating, what are the issues, to ensure that we come to a successful end. I'm extremely happy with what we have seen. This is part of the Made in Ghana efforts. We've seen a variety of things, from food items to music and fabrics and so many other things. These are very important. Now, the one point I would like to ask to pay attention to, one area is patronage of these items. That is extremely important in sustaining this industry. They are making these for us, and we need to patronize the products. We have seen, I went to the moringa stand, and we know all the nutritional value of moringa. Why don't we use it in the food, in the school feeding program, for example? But I think the subject of consumption is very, very important. I would like to see all of us who spend government money, to first of all look, whatever we are looking for to purchase with that item, can we find it locally? Even if it should be a little more expensive, I think in the end it will serve us better. So sometimes it's not only price that we need to look at. We also need to look at the impact of our consuming habits. I think that, yes, Danida is doing well, World Bank is doing well. If we patronize what is happening, if the market is expanded, we'll be generating more income into this country, so that we don't always have to worry other people about funding. We should also find ways in which we sustain what is going on. Now they're getting money, they don't have to pay back, but it will enhance their skills. It will stimulate production. It will create more jobs. It will expand the businesses, so many more people get opportunities. All of these are very, very important offshoots of this fund.
My name is Robert Barfour, the Vice President of Ghana Technology University College. The world has gone digital and has the potential for people to do good with IT, but so is their potential to commit crimes. The banking industry, the security and judicial services need to acquire cutting-edge knowledge in computer forensics and cybercrime to fight the menace. Hitherto, such trainings were acquired abroad. As such, we at GTUC needed to acquire the capability in order to train in cyber security and computer forensics. To do this, we require help to create both the courses and facilities. The SDA provided us a grant of 396,000 Ghana cedis to accomplish this training.
The Skills Development Fund, SDF, is an initiative of the Government of Ghana with funding from the World Bank and Danida to help Ghanaian firms become competitive.
The cottage industry has developed from the existence of the moringa plants in Ghana. Producers market the various health benefits of the plants to Ghanaians, and its cultivation and usage has become popular. The demand of the product worldwide has served as a catalyst for producers to form associations of farmers to enable them export the end products in large quantities. The Brong-Ahafo Moringa Farmers Association, a group with a membership of over 2,000 small-scale moringa growers and processors, all located in the Brong-Ahafo region, is one of such groups. The association members have a combined acreage total of over 5,000 acres of farmland, with a minimum acreage of 2 acres per farmer. The group received SDF funding to train 429 members in processing moringa leaves and seeds into soap, powder, body lotion making, and oil extraction.
SDF give us support on the technical training and also management training about the moringa soap and then products.
So you were giving funds particularly for training?
For training.
Yeah. How much were you given?
They gave us 90,801 Ghana cedis.
Okay. And I'm sure it's been of enormous benefit to your association.
Yes.
Finally, what should you tell somebody out there about SDF?
What I would say is that SDF has done very well, because in the beginning that we were not know where to go, especially about the product, how to improve the product. But in fact, when we got the funding and then we got the consultants, we have been able to come up with a lot of problems that we're facing. And now we can produce the moringa up to the standard where we can export outside the country. and is giving a lot of benefit to the farmers.
Right. Thank you very much, and all the best in your work.
My name is Jacob Enu Ansa, and I own Enu Ansa Farms. What we are into is tilapia hatchery fishing. We are concerned about increasing our production. Our biggest resource is water. Our riverbed, where we source our water, is drying up, and we needed to recirculate the little that we get. So we heard about SDF. We applied, they approved our application, got the funding that we needed to help us install the recirculation aquaculture systems, and also supported us bringing an expert to train us and install the systems. Since then, we've been producing 600,000 from the previous 200,000 monthly. Indeed, we have capacity to do up to 1 million fingerlings.
The Skills Development Fund, SDF, is an initiative of the Government of Ghana with funding from the World Bank and Danida to help Ghanaian firms become competitive.
Pineapple production has become a key source of economic growth in Ghana. Over the last 2 decades, the amount of land dedicated to farming the prickly fruits has increased by more than 30%. The varieties commonly grown in Ghana are Smooth Cayenne and Sugarloaf. These varieties became unpopular in the export market. MD2, a Costa Rican variety, became the order of the day. Ghanaian exporters lost out in the export market as demand for the traditional Sugarloaf and Smooth Cayenne dwindled. Gold Coast Fruits Company Limited, located in Nsawam, in the eastern region of Ghana, facing this challenge, needed to acquire the skills in cultivating MD2, the preferred variety in the export market. SDF funded Gold Coast Fruits to train staff in agronomic systems for production of globally demanded pineapple variety, MD2.
Gold Coast Fruit Limited produces pineapple and export them in a raw state.
Okay. Right, and how have you benefited from SDF as a company?
Yes, we have benefited immensely from SDF fund. Before then, when Gold Coast, when the whole country transitioned from the Smooth Cayenne, the traditional Smooth Cayenne they were planting, into the MD2, we encountered a lot of problems, and one of the issues that came up was the disease called Phytophthora. That is the main disease affecting the production of the MD2. We realized that the MD2 is highly susceptible to this disease, and that is one of the main challenges of this industry. So what we sought out to do is that we were planting across the slope. We were planting across the slopes of the land, in which when it rains, it retained water in between the beds. And when the water is standing for a while, then the rot starts developing. So we thought it was, why don't we then go along the slopes? Then we resulted into along the slopes planting. And we also realized that it is also creating a lot of problems into gully erosions and a whole lot of things. So the question is, then what do we do? Then we decided to go back to the basis, and we realized that MD2 was produced basically by the Del Monte people in Costa Rica. So with the SDF fund, we decided to go to Costa Rica, seek the technical assistance from them as to how to deal with this particular problem of rot, at the same time reducing the erosion incidence. And with SDF fund, we're able to sort out this technical support, and we brought in a consultant which is having a training with us, and we have passed through all the processes that we need to do in terms of the land preparation, in the maintenance, in terms of fertilization, chemical application. In the areas of exports, we have gone through how to handle our food very well in order not to lose so much. And this is the benefit we have gotten so far from the SDF fund.
If ever there is one driver which can propel our country to full-scale developed status, then it is through quality skills training.
SDF is here to support businesses to train their staff.
I've learned new ways of chemical application.
The requisite technical expertise to add value to diamond. PETAG have been struggling to keep pace with the rather swift technological advancement.
On that front, Quadvet, through a skills development fund, is spearheading that agenda.
All that we're trying to do is to build a very solid human capital base.
So please make a date with me, Albert Ankra, this and every Wednesday at 8 o'clock on GTV.
SDF is an initiative of the government of Ghana with support from the World Bank and Danida.
Rice has become a major staple food in Ghana. It is consumed within the domestic and commercial setting in any Ghanaian community. Ghana produces only 30% of the local demand for rice. About 70% of the products is imported from Europe, America, and South America. The importation of rice is therefore essential to provide food security. However, Ghana spends over $400 million each year to import rice, a situation that has adverse implications on our balance of payments, the availability of foreign exchange, and sometimes inflation. The local rice farmer faces severe challenges in the absence